Hi and welcome to The Winning Factor. I'm Alan Aitken, and on this show each week we take a look at some upcoming races in Hong Kong and try to isolate an ingredient of the race that we might look back on later as having been a way to find the winner. Well, Sunday at Sha Tin, and the first group race of the season, the Group 3 Celebration Cup. And not only is this a terrific race, but it's a clash for the ages, really. We have the established champion horse of Hong Kong for the last few years, Beauty Generation, and he's lining up against Golden 60, unbeaten last season, the hero of the Derby and the 4-year-old classics. And he has yet to win a Group 1 race, while Beauty Generation has won 8. But as a result, there's a big difference in the handicap weights between them. And rather than taking a look at this horse race from a point of view of form, I just want to have a look at that argument. It's one of the classic form philosophies, whether class always prevails or are the handicap weights more important. And I thought I'd take a look at that. And here's a table showing the Group 3 handicap races over the last 15 years in Hong Kong racing. Now, down the left side, you see the weights carried by all runners in those races, and then the wins, the strike rates, and the expected wins, and how they fared against expected wins. And the thing I want to draw your attention to is down the bottom, the highlighted area there, where the lower weighted horses not only have the highest strike rates, they also outperform the market expectations for those runners. So I think you could take that to the bank every day of the week as a proof that the handicap is more important than what a lot of people describe as class. However, there is a little wrinkle to that. If you look right up the top there, the horses with 133 pounds in these races, and that's where the Beauty Generations of their eras live, they still have a high strike rate and outperform the expected wins. So possibly that's a no answer to the question, if you like, but the champions of their day, they still are able to defy the handicaps and beat the lighter weighted horses on a regular basis. So that's the setup for Sunday's Celebration Cup. Meanwhile, we've got winners to find in the other races, and the first one we're going to take a look at is race 5, and our winning factor here, the map. Quite a few chances in this. We've got G Unit with Alfie Chan up, Dublin Star off some excellent 1,000-metre form, Golden Link with blinkers for the first time, Judy Star, typical of the Paul O'Sullivan camp. He should be fitter for having a race this season. Galactic is a chance for his new trainer Tony Millard, and Comfort Life has a chance. And on top of that, we can throw in a couple of interesting debutantes, Beauty Cheers and Hot Chili Pepper. So it's a competitive looking race, but I've made the winning factor here the map. So first of all, let's take a look at that. And I think the lead here is there for the taking for G Unit and his apprentice rider. He has the speed for 1,000-metre races, up to 1,200 metres here. He can overcome the wide gate in a field where I don't see all that many actually looking for the front. The new John Size horse, Beauty Cheers, he's quite interesting because he does look to have a little early pace, but he also looks a horse who's going to prefer the tempo of a 1,400 or 1,600 metre race to a short sprint. While I do expect Super Red Dragon, All Joyful and Galactic to look for a trail somewhere near the lead, and I think Dublin Star will be prominent too. And Dublin Star is the horse that really interests me here. But I hear you say near the lead. Well, what about him first up when he came from 12th down the straight to finish 4th? Well, we're going to take a look at that now. And you see here he's in barrier 8, the gate's open, and he just stands there in the yellow and purple colours. Later in the race, he gets out towards the centre, makes up good ground to finish 4th, but that's not ideally where you want to be in these straight races, and his effort was very sound after that poor jump. So that would be a problem if he jumped like that again, but he doesn't usually do that. And to offer some proof, we're going to take a look at his previous 3 starts, all down the Sha Tin straight course, and we're going back to race 792. Here he's in gate 10 in the race eventually won by the impressive Joyful Fortune. You see him bounce out on the speed there. In race 740 from gate 14, in the race won by Sparkling Night. Once again, Dublin Star is there on the pace. Or here in race 661. This is from gate 6, when he was a little bit off a solid lead speed set by two tearaway front runners, but he runs on there to be the clear winner at the finish. So I think that shows us that the missed start first up was an anomaly from this horse. I expect him to be far more prominent here. He's drawn fairly low, and he does have good gate speed when he jumps away with them, as he normally has done. And although Dublin Star was a horse who disappointed a few people last season, often starting short odds in his races, I think that he wasn't really perfectly suited by a diet of 1,000 metre races. On his breeding, he's more of a miler type, and perhaps this season, stronger as a 4-year-old, will see him getting out over a little bit more distance, and 1,200 metres on Sunday is a good start for that. So the tip in race 5, Dublin Star. His winning factor, the map. I think he's got the speed to take advantage of the way this race sets up, and I think we're going to see a better version of Dublin Star this season. The other race I want to take a look at on Sunday is race 9, and our winning factor, the weights. Now, a runner that really catches the eye here, for reasons we'll go into in a moment, is Falcon Turbo, having his first run for the Transfer King, Tony Millard. But down in the handicaps here, we also have some horses with excellent recent Class 4 form. The 9-year-old Winston's Lad, the rejuvenated Bright Kid, and Triple Triple for in-form Keith Young. So there are a few winning prospects, but I want to boil this race down to only 2. And first of all, we're going back to last season. This is in July, and this is the most recent start for Falcon Turbo, race 785. We're nearly 3 months on, and this is a piece of form that I guess now has everybody sitting up straight and paying attention, because this is Falcon Turbo's last start for Douglas White on July 1. Green and pink colours in the box seat, handy to a pace that the heat map shows was quite strong mid-race, but lurking back in the field in purple, well, that's excellent proposal. Falcon Turbo gets inside the leaders in the straight, he gets through, gets clear, and then gets tired, but he just has enough to hold out excellent proposal. But that horse has won 2 from 2 this season since, and is one of the most promising horses in town. Now, I'm not suggesting that Falcon Turbo has any pretences to the quality of excellent proposal. On that occasion, he was fit. Excellent proposal was a 3-year-old with a big weight, having his first run in Hong Kong. There were a few things in Falcon Turbo's favour there. But when he goes to this race on Sunday, he does bring that excellent piece of form. However, this time, he's the one who has to give away weight to his major rivals. And the one I want to look most at is Triple Triple. Now, this is earlier on that day when Falcon Turbo won that race, race 781, and you see here Triple Triple just touched off in the red, white and blue colours. Every chance over 1,400 metres in Class 4, but with 133 pounds he just gets mugged on the line by Leading Fortune. Now, he has already had a race this season and in this grade, Class 3. But when you see this video, you'll see he had plenty of excuses. This is at Happy Valley, and this is race 17, a nightmare watch for his backers. He was stuck wide from the early stages of the race. Joe Moreira didn't have much of a choice what to do here, and he's forced to press forward mid-race. And you can see on the heat map, that was the real high pressure section of the race, and that was the part where Triple Triple was working. He got upside the leader, turning for home, but he'd spent way too many carrots getting there and weakened out when the game got serious. When we take a look at the map for Sunday's race, he has gate 5 this time, Triple Triple, and I think we're going to see him get a much kinder run. He'll be able to take a decent position in what looks a fairly soft tempo, and therefore save his energy for the finish. Now, I think the map also suits Falcon Turbo, but less so Bright Kid, and old Winston's Lad, he'll get back near the tail, and I don't think he'll get any favours at all here. So the tip in race 9, Triple Triple. His winning factor, the weights. He had no luck first up with the weight advantage, but I do think that his weight pull over Falcon Turbo is going to give him the advantage in this race. Well, that's it from the winning factor for this week. Enjoy the group racing on Sunday. We'll see you next time.